Hello everyone, my name is Jordan Rell, making another daily video on circumcision trauma healing. And today I'd like to go into something I've done once before, which is expressing yourself, expressing your feelings, expressing your experience of this to somebody who has made the decision for you, or if you're an adult, it could be the doctor who circumcised you who didn't inform you about it or didn't really help you understand it. It could even be yourself if you made the decision for yourself. It could be the parent, your parent, or a doctor who circumcised you as an infant or child. But it's basically expressing how circumcision has affected you to someone who doesn't really understand this, who made the choice for you or who impacted your choice, and doesn't get that it's actually a really, really horrible thing to do. So the reason I want to do this is, well, for myself, as always, I kind of make these videos based on healing things that I need, unless anybody has a request. But otherwise, I kind of just go with whatever is up for me, which right now I'm thinking about my mom a lot. She just watched Eric Klopper's Sex and Circumcision because I told her to watch it. And as far as I know, she still performs circumcisions, and I'm trying to figure out how to talk to her more about this, to get her to stop, and also just tell her how it is affecting me, and kind of get all this shit off my chest, because it's really, really, really difficult for me not to just disown her and tell her I can never talk to her again. But it's much more tactful to actually express your feelings, actually express why this is so bad, why it's harmful, how it affects you, your experiences of it, and much more importantly, for your own healing, for my own healing, it's really useful to be able to say that and let those experiences out, let that feeling out. Just the act of expressing it is really powerful in the healing process. And so to do this, there's several ways you can do it. You can, as I always say, you can write it out, either pen and paper, or you type it out. You can speak it out loud, which is actually my preferred way of doing it, or you can just think it in your head and sort of just do it like you're speaking out loud, except for the voice inside your head rather than your physical voice. So to do this, again, the main point is really for your own healing process, getting to express this to this person, even if you don't do it out loud. It's being able to get all the emotions out, kind of picture that person in the mind and see how it feels to say this to them. And you can kind of imagine their reaction or not, but it's really about how it feels to you and what you want to say, and just letting it all out, really. And then seeing how that feels for you. So, to do this exercise, really, it's just a matter of bringing a person to mind, any of those that I just mentioned, the doctor who circumcised you, your parents, yourself, or any other person involved in this, John Harvey Kellogg, could be Brian Morris, or I don't know, someone who's, gotten more people to be circumcised. The fact of the matter is, Anyone throughout history who has promoted this could have contributed to the fact that you are circumcised, so you can really do it with anyone who has influenced this. I would make it as personal as possible. I think that's the way to make it the most useful. So once you have the person in mind, basically just ask yourself, what is it that I want to tell this person? What is it that if I could say anything to this person and have them have to sit there and listen to me so I could express it fully, what would I want to say? And then say that with the full emotion, with the full feeling behind it. If you're writing, really feel that as you're writing it, allow yourself to really get into the flow of expressing how circumcision has affected you. And as always, I'll jump in if I have any suggestions as we're doing this. But yeah, for now, let's just start. Start speaking how circumcision has affected you to this person. And as you're doing that, feeling in your body how that feels to express this. So go ahead. Remember feeling in your body how it feels as you express this to this person, telling them what you really want them to understand, what you really want them to know about how this has affected you and why it affects you so much. If you come across a feeling towards this person that really feels like it needs your attention, you can just sit with that feeling too and just allow yourself to feel that anger or that unseenness or that resentment or whatever you feel towards this person. You can just take some time to be with that feeling. See where it is in your body and feel that as well. And then once that processes a little bit, see what else you have to say. Alright, now another thing that can feel really good to do is to actually ask that person for what you want from them, for what would make it better, and then and say, can also be how you want them to respond. And then feel what it would feel like if they actually said that back to you. So you can imagine them saying that to you, or giving you what you would want back from them. And then imagine how that would feel for them to actually be able to receive your criticisms. And again, this may not necessarily be able to play out in the real world, or it may in some way, but part of the healing process is just about actually feeling what it would feel like to have someone treat you the way you deserve to be treated, and the healing potential in that, to receive that human recognition. So asking for what you want, asking, in as clear terms as possible what you want from that person. And then let's just take a few seconds, maybe a minute, and then imagining that person saying back to you what you want, saying all the things that you would like them to have understood, that you would like them to have got from this, that you would like to hear from them in response, or what they're going to do, or how it has affected them hearing what you're saying to them. Now after receiving that, just noticing how you feel at this moment. Appreciating what it feels like to be understood, to be listened to, and to have someone really get this and respond to you in the way that you want them to. And know that that is the response that you deserve, even if you don't ever get that from someone externally. That is the way you deserve to be treated as a human being. And you can at least honor yourself in that way and know that that is what you can offer to yourself, is this desire for healing, is this desire for apology, and for it to be fixed in whatever way possible. So let's take a last few deep breaths and just let everything from today go into the stillness, the space around you. Letting everything just melt back into unconsciousness. Just letting every muscle in your body completely relax. All right. So that's it for today. Another thing about this, like I've said before, you can talk to your parents or even the doctor who circumcised you, or whoever's involved in this, and try to get closure in that way. I'd suggest continuing to prepare, and being very clear about what you want to say, what you want to ask them, what you want to tell them, the response you want to get, writing it all out and being very clear about that before you go into it. But doing exercises like this can also be a good preparation and way of helping you to get ready to actually do that for real, so that you've already gotten through the emotions a little bit and are ready to face what you encounter when you actually approach them. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for doing this healing work. As always, I appreciate it so much. What you do for yourself, as well as what it brings out of me. So if you have any comments or questions, those are always welcome. Otherwise, I will talk to you again tomorrow.